Hi guys, welcome to Beard's Eye View, and this is going to be my spoiler-filled review for Netflix series Luke Cage Season 2. Yes, of course, spoilers all the way through here, so make sure you've gone and checked out the series before you check out my review. Spoilers all the way through, you've been warned. So, Luke Cage Season 2. I forgot to do Season 2 with Jessica Jones, it just slipped my mind. It was good, so let's move on. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It had a lot of character development, a lot of fun moments, a lot of bits I wasn't too fond of, but overall it was a reasonable series. I didn't get too much development with Luke as much as I wanted. I got more development with all the supporting characters more than I did him. Mariah, Misty, Shade, the Bushmaster, the new villain, even a little bit more of Claire as well. I got a lot of development with these characters, but not so much with Luke. Only a little bit kind of more at the end. It's pushed in a little bit more at the end. Mariah, I mean, I can't remember the actress who played, but Christ, she was awesome in this. She was kind of riding on the coattails in last season of her, you know, her other parts of her family, but in this, she grabs Harlan by the balls, and just, she is evil in this, like really like gone up the wall, I mean, to the point where Shades is questioning everything, when he ends up like questioning so many things, and he ends up snitching on her at some point, and he realises she's gone too far, and you get more character development with him, and this guy that was in prison with, and he was a snitch, and they were lovers in prison, and he was really well developed in this season. The person to kill Mariah, she does die, didn't think she would, I thought they'd push her into the next season, but that didn't happen, was her daughter. She gave her this final kiss where ends up having poison on her lips, which basically poisoned her, and she died in Luke's arm in prison. She goes to prison, she does go to prison, she gets convicted of a lot of stuff, and the stuff she does while she's in prison just solidifies her as a badass and an evil bitch. She kills everyone. She's trying to kill everyone that's associated with her so that they can't squeal on her, because she's had Shade squeal on her, she's had other people trying to snitch and getting involved, and when she's in prison, if everyone's dead, who can snitch on her? Who can tell? Who can testify? So that just shows how evil she is. Yeah, Claire's in it at the start, but then she goes after the first couple of episodes because Luke gets really bad anger issues, punches a wall, and they kind of break up. And that's kind of the thread that pushes through with Luke. Is he going too far in this season? He needs to find the line between being a hero or an anti-hero, a vigilante, or becoming Mariah or Bushmaster or something. He needs to ground himself and find himself in that, and that's what's really interesting. Iron Fist makes an appearance. Really quite glad he made an appearance. The chemistry they had in the Defenders, the fact that in the comics Luke Cage and Iron Fist are like best friends. That was good to have a full episode more or less dedicated to the two of them. We did also get Colleen as well. She made an appearance. She had a bar fight with Misty. That was really awesome. They even had similar colours of what they had in their comic book kind of duo thing that they did. I do like the fact that Misty's metal arm comes into it and it's done by Rand. I wondered whether it would be Stark, but no, they've gone with Rand. They're keeping it in the TV area. I really quite enjoyed that. That was a cool moment, her getting used to her arm and all this kind of stuff and getting used to it. Good character development. But yes, Iron Fist comes back, and it probably is, I'd say it's probably the best episode of the season. Them getting into fighting all the thugs and everything, the massive fight in a warehouse they do is awesome. The colour palette they're using, the fighting styles, everything about it is awesome. And then that hit where he swings into Luke's hand and hits it with the Iron Fist, and they all spread. It reminds me just as Cap and Thor used a hammer on the shield and blasting everyone away. That's what it reminded me of, and it was awesome. It's a hell of an awesome comic book TV moment. Bushmaster, awesome character. He has a family that obviously the guy that gets burned alive is his uncle. Mariah does that, and I really felt for this character. As time goes on, even though he's fighting Luke Cage and he's got a really bad method, he beheads a lot of people. His partner, kind of like a calling card to a point. I really started feeling for his character. You have a few flashbacks near the end of the season showing of what these Stokes family have done to his family and burning his mother alive, all this kind of stuff. And yeah, I really started feeling for the character. The only problem I had is that as awesome as the character was, he completely bitched out in the last episode. He was so badly damaged from using this extra like nightshade stuff that Tilda gave him, which is Mariah's daughter, because she flip-flops back and forth. He's so badly damaged that the only cure he can get is back in Jamaica, back in Kingston. So he bitches out in the last episode. Now, the last episode was good, and it really focused on Mariah and her final moments and all that kind of stuff, and doing what, you know, Tilda making the swap over, and Luke Cage taking over Harlan's Paradise as well. All this stuff culminating at the end. It was all good. But I just kind of wish we had a bit more Bushmaster. We had a lot of him, but we didn't get that ending to him. So I'm really hoping it comes into season 3 that he gets a more prominent character there. I don't know, maybe he'll go against Tilda if she turns, which seems like she might do. I don't know. But yeah, I just want a bit more out of him. At the ending, when Mariah dies, she gives the Harlem's Paradise to Luke Cage because she's kind of hoping that he'll take it on and he'll end up becoming exactly like her, which is the ultimate payback. And he took it on with the thought of, I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to be watching over, kind of like a king, as they kind of pushed a little bit. And basically, I'm going to do what Mariah did, but without the aggressive means, the killing of terms and all this kind of stuff. He's literally going to stand there watching over and stopping all these crime people happening, because crime is going to happen, gangs are going to happen, there's nothing you can do to stop it. So that's what he's attempting to do. So the confrontation between him and Misty, the way he sits, the way it ends with him as well, it just, it's a bit of a weird ending, because I'm not too sure whether he will turn or not. It was a weird one. Will they make Luke Cage go that way? I don't know. I wouldn't say they would, but it was an interesting ending to make me think, right, where are they going to go with this? And that's always fun. His father as well, I can't remember the actor's name, but he was in The Mask. It's like his most famous role. Awesome actor, really enjoyed him, and it was his last ever role, because he did die, which I wasn't aware of. I must have forgotten it, and it was in memory of him at the end of the season. Played his father. The reconciliation they had and the threads we're going through, brilliantly done. And yeah, he was a priest, but I really like the fact that he got the final words over the top of Luke as he's sitting down in his kind of gold suit and looking straight dead at the camera as it ends. It was just a fun, the message worked, and yeah, it was cool. Negatives. The main negatives I've said is that sometimes it's a little bit slow here and there, but it was reasonably well paced. I wanted a bit more out of Bushmaster. I still wanted Luke in his yellow t-shirt. And how hard is it? Just put him in his yellow t-shirt. You did it like for 2 episodes in The Defenders and that's it. Put it in his yellow t-shirt. Just fucking do it. It's all you need to do. It's not like a big superhero costume. Just do it. Maybe, like I said, I wanted a bit more development from Luke Cage rather than other people, but it still wasn't too bad. So yeah, I mean, there wasn't many negatives. It had bits and bobs here. It wasn't like a perfect season, but it was a reasonable season. So overall, it was a reasonable season. It wasn't amazing. It left some things open. It had some kind of questions unanswered. It had some things I was a little bit annoyed about, but other things that were really awesome and redeemed it. So I wouldn't say it was amazing. I enjoyed it more than Iron Fist. I'd say I probably enjoyed it about the same as Season 2 of Jessica Jones, and therefore I'm going to give it 3 stars. So that's what I thought of Season 2 of Luke Cage. What did you think about it? Let me know down in the comments or send me an email. You can also find me in the various social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Tumblr. Just type in Beards Eye Reviews anywhere and I'm sure you'll find me. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share my videos. And I'll see you soon.